Renewable Capital Renewable Energy FCR. Investment project mini hydro power plant in Chile. What is a mini hydro power plant? A run-of-the-river mini hydro power plant is that which respects the ecological river flow using only excess water, optimizing the natural slope, channeled and directed to a turbine which generates electricity. Eventually, the water returns to the river. It is a very well-developed technology with a minimal environmental impact. Project location. In Chile, in the Biobío region close to Chillán, Renewable has completed 4 mini hydro power plant projects located in Dañicalquí and Trilileo rivers. The area has good transportation infrastructure, such as the main road and different rural paths, and has a power grid with various close connection points to different distributors. Mini hydro power plant projects. Each one of the projects is a consequence of a thorough feasibility study and detailed engineering which takes 1 to 2 years of development and which ensures their future viability. The projects are very similar and will join the other existing mini hydro power plants in the country. In addition to previous agreements with landowners in whose lands the projects are located, we are granted by Chilean law the ability to impose easements. Mini hydro power plant projects. Intake. Intake are the works which allow the collection of water from the main stream and to divert it to reach the powerhouse through the pipes. They are constructed as follows. The barrier, which drives the designated flow to the piping, keeps the fish flow upstream, ensures the ecological flow and allows river rise evacuation, keeping the power plant facilities safe. The intake grid prevents branches, trunks and other objects from accessing the piping. The intake door regulates the flow. The desander prevents the entry of sediment from the river bottom to the pipe, returning it to the river. Piping. Piping infrastructures transport water downstream from the intake to the tail race, located after the powerhouse. Piping infrastructure has 2 parts. First one, adduction, which runs buried, keeping approximately the same height than the intake, and the second one, under pressure, not buried, in which water falls rapidly to the powerhouse. The chosen system in these projects involves the use of 1.2 meter in diameter, close reinforced plastic conduits or pipes to be buried deep enough to allow the surface over the piping layout to be used as a 4 meter wide dirt road suitable for light vehicles. Some of the projects require an auxiliary balancing pipe at the beginning of the pressured pipe to aerate and protect it. Powerhouse. The powerhouse is the place where electromechanical equipment responsible for transforming the potential energy of water into electricity are installed and protected. That equipment includes turbines, generators, control and safety valves, control and measurement systems, electrical equipment and power transformers. The tail race is the part of the piping in charge of restoring the turbined water to the natural stream. The electrical connection infrastructure and wiring up to the distribution grid will also be buried in parallel to the water piping, avoiding the visual impact and unnecessary easements. The NERSHA has agreements with distributors, and distance from the central to the various connection points is always less than 2 kilometers away, minimizing transport losses. Investment and features. The return on investment depends only on the market. Neither subsidies nor incentives are necessary. Generated electricity is sold to a market where there is fierce competition between many distributors. Despite starting with a large initial investment, a quick return of it is assured thanks to minimal operating and maintenance expenses and absence of time limit for the operation of the plant. On one hand, energy prices in Chile are very high and quite constant. On the other hand, Chile is making a big bet on renewable energies, increasing its presence from the current 6% up to an objective of 20%. We are talking about a well-developed technology, predictable, environmentally respectful, that reinforces distributed generation in a country with a high energy consumption and with a political and economical stability fully proven and recognized. From inertia, thanks to our investors, we add renewable energy.